Hello everyone, it's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making this special project for Valentine's Day. We're going to be making this little treat pack using these Hershey Kisses candies, and I'm going to be kind of covering them up with pattern paper and just making a little you can make these treats for coworkers or family and friends, or just something that you can make for someone that you just want to give a little something on Valentine's Day, other than your spouse, you know. So I'm starting off with the Lawn Fawn 6x6 Snow Day paper pack, and I've chosen the reddish pink pattern of paper in there, and it's got a very small pattern to it, as well as this blue pattern that looks kind of like a bokeh pattern, which this is my favorite pattern out of the whole pack. And this is going to be our base where we put our candies on, so we'll work on that in a moment. I am sizing it down. I'm cutting this at 5 inches and then at 2 1/4 inches. And then we'll since I had my cutter out, I wanted to go ahead and do all of my cutting at once. For the covers for the candy, they are 3 inches long by 1 inch to cover up the candies. And all I'm doing now is taking some glue dots here, and I'm placing some on the very edge of one end of the pattern paper, as you see here. And I'm just kind of putting 2 glue dots, one on each end, and I'm going to be wrapping these around the candy and going to make them look really pretty. Even though they look pretty on their own, it's just kind of fun to make something handmade. So I'm covering those up, and I'm going to be showing you that I've covered up 2 of these. I believe it was 2. But I've got 5 candies all together in a strip. So you got to really make sure that when you wrap these candies up, that you really get it lined up on the back, as well as get it good and snug. Not so snug that it just can't come off really easily, because you can slide it just a little bit and get the candy out really easily, but you don't want it too loose either. So, but I'm just showing you how that you just got to make sure that you do line up the back of the pattern paper, so it'll look nice. So I'm doing one more here to show you as an example. And of course, whenever I make things like this, I'm always fumbly with my fingers. Anytime I tie bows or fiddle with anything small like embellishments, my fingers, I feel like they get in the way, but for the most part it gets the job done, I guess. But so that's what I'm doing now. I'm finishing up putting the pattern paper around these candies here, and I don't know about you, but dark chocolate is my favorite. I don't have dark chocolate here, but dark chocolate is my favorite. So I've got those done, and now I'm going to go ahead and jump forward here, and I'm going to be wrapping up the last one so we can get to the second part of this little project here. So I'm going to finish that up, wrapping that up. Okay, so they're all done now. And now we're going to move on to our little base. And our base is this blue pattern paper that we cut previously. And I found the easiest way to get these kind of fit really good in the pattern paper is just make a little tick mark on either side of the candy instead of measuring or whatever. That's just easier for me. And so I've made those little tick marks, and I'm just going to score those little tick marks. And these are going to be, I guess, act as a little flap on our little base here to keep the candies all, neat and tidy inside our little holder. So I'm going ahead and scoring both ends here. Give it a really good score line, and I will crease these down or make a good crease here in just a moment with my bone folder. But I'm just making sure that's exactly what I want before I do that. So it is. So I'm going to go ahead and really fold these down and really give that a good crease on either side. This is such a fun project to make, and it can be a fast one to pull together too. It didn't take me no time to wrap those candies up because you can get several strips out of one pattern paper. So now I'm going to use this Tombow Extreme adhesive. This is the first time that I have used this adhesive, and I can say that I really do like it. It does hold really strong. So if you're wanting or looking in the getting in the market to finding a good strong adhesive, I suggest this Tombow Extreme adhesive. So I just want to make sure that I get all these candies in here. So I started in the middle, but I didn't press down all the way at first because I want to make sure they get all lined up, and I'm glad I didn't. So I had to move them over just slightly. So I moved them over and adjusted them, and then that way all of them will fit in now. So now I'm going to press those into place, and they will all fit together real nice. And now so you see this little sides up there, and I'm just kind of showing you how it looks all the way around. Now it's time to kind of wrap them up. So I have taken a piece of a little sandwich bag here. This is this bags that they've got a flap that folds over on the bag, a sandwich bag, and I've just cut that part off of that bag. And you can find these in any grocery store. You can buy the inexpensive kind for this project. And I'm just kind of wrapping that up, and it's kind of creating a little pocket, if you will. And I'm just going to tape that into place with some Scotch tape, and making sure I get that all good and wrapped up, so that way the candies won't fall out or anything, and they're all contained. So I'm taping that on the back. So now our project is almost done, so you can see how that looks like so far. And then you can also make a tag for these if you wanted to. You could leave it just as it is, or you can make some tags, and I'm showing you some examples from the 6x6 pad that you could use even for a Valentine's Day project. So I'm going to be choosing one of the little tags here, but you could use either one. That's what I was showing you here. So I'm going to trim those out of that whole 6x6 sheet. And then I'm going to choose the bottom one, which says "You Warm My Heart." And I'm just kind of trimming it down so it will fit really nicely on the back of our project here, because it was a little bit big. So I am trimming that down. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, no measuring or anything like that. So once I get that trimmed down, it's time to adhere it to our project. And I'm going to use the Tombow Extreme adhesive once again to do that, to make sure it stays on the back. So I'm going to place some adhesive on the back here. And with this adhesive, you got to pull to the side, as you see that I'm doing there. Instead of straight up, you got to pull to the side. And now I'm going to place this on the back of our project, and then we are done. So I hope you like this tutorial, and I hope that you're able to make some. And I will definitely leave some of the measurements in the description bar below. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.